What's up, guys? I'm Dave, the Military Millionaire, and today we're going to talk about the 9 worst military jobs. Yep, that's right, the 9 worst MOSs, so that you can dodge this bullet right after this intro. As I mentioned, I'm Dave, the author of the No BS Guide to Military Life, which is everything I wish I'd known about building wealth and having a successful career in the military. You can check it out on the website for free, or you can check it out on Amazon or Audible if you would like to. But we're gonna dive right in. So I know I said this was 9, but I'm gonna give you a 10th one right off the bat, and that is being a boot, right? So I say that jokingly, but I just wanna throw out there that in every single job in the military, when you are Nick the new guy on the block, it's not gonna be fun. Right? That's just, let's get that out of the way. Now we're gonna talk about MOSs that are actually not fun for a lot of different reasons. And this is why you should probably make sure you pay a little attention and get good ASVAB scores so you can lock on a job that you do enjoy and don't go open contract and inadvertently end up in one of these. Or you try out for like the SEALs, you don't make it, and you end up in one of these. So number 9 is the laundry people. In every branch of service, there is an MOS whose job is laundry and or all of the things that encompasses, like tailoring and whatever, and it is what it is. So you go to the field and they wash all the dirty laundry. Sounds fun, huh? Number 8 is, in the Marine Corps, we call them MAGTF planners. Now this is actually not a terrible job. The thing is that you're gonna be locked away in a vault. So you're gonna be no cell phone, no Windows, no Gmail, like super secret squirrel, and that can just be pretty taxing, right? It's not fun to be locked away with no windows. Number 7 is comm. Now, I know communication sounds like it's fun, but I'm not talking about the radio like, Roger, Roger, 10-4, blah, blah, blah. And no, that's not actually how you talk into a radio, but it is what it is. I know how to do that, but that's not the point of this video. But I mean like the maintenance side, the guys that you call when comm doesn't work, because guess what? Anyone who served in the military can tell you comm always goes down. It's always degraded when you need it. And so the maintenance guys hate their life because no one's ever happy to see them. They're always just like, why is this broken? And it's never their fault. But those are the guys, not a huge fan of their job. And jump cut. So obviously we changed location. The local landscape guy was coming through the backyard of my next door neighbor's house. There was no way we were gonna be able to continue filming this, and rather than putting it off for another 30, 40 minutes till he's done, we figured, hey, let's just be authentic, move inside and finish it up. So here we are. This is my assistant's desk. She's working from home today, so I have commandeered it, and she's gonna be like, oh, you didn't even clean it off. That's not what I want people to see. Well, oh well. We said authentic. So, number 6, air traffic controller. Now, this is actually one of those jobs you can get promoted pretty quickly, and you can get a really, really, really good 6-figure job coming out of the military. The reason I say air traffic control is a few things. 1, you need to be smart. It's not an easy school to make it through. 2, it is and has been consistently ranked as one of the most stressful and or difficult jobs in the military. And it has a very high suicide rate, which is not exactly something anybody wants to be proud of. So I just say that because while it is a great skill and a great job, it is very stressful. And so you need to make sure that you are in a spot where you can handle that stress and chaos, right? Because you control the entire airfield, which is not something to be taken lightly. All right, number 5 is dispersing. And it's just a kind of a boring job. They deal with paychecks and pay and day-to-day and all that stuff. They deal with other financial stuff throughout the military, but you know, people only really go to them when there's a problem. So you're gonna be basically spending day in, day out fixing people's pay, right? And they're not happy because their pay is messed up and they're wasting time having to deal with you to fix it. So just kind of a thankless job. Number 4 is admin. There's really nothing wrong with admin. They get promoted fairly quick. It's a cushy office job if you enjoy that. I just put it in here because, again, people come to you when there's a problem and you gotta be everybody's bitch, right? Like everybody's got a problem, everybody needs admin, oh, hurry up, blah, 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 blah. It's never like, oh my gosh, thank you so much, admin, for being there for me. It's always dealing with being a pain in the ass for everyone. But also, it's just not a very exciting job, right? And I think the idea of joining the military is an exciting adventure, and being trapped in an office doing administrative stuff doesn't really scratch that itch for me, so I put it on the list. Number 3, this one's gonna ruffle some feathers. So before we say number 3, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel, because I'm trying to get better at saying that before I get to the end of the video and you're all gone. But number 3, infantry. And specifically the infantry rifleman, right? So the guy who just carries around the M4 and kicks in doors. Now, this job is exciting, it's adventure, it's dangerous, it's heroic, it's all the things, it gets the bragging rights, and it is the, like, woo-woo of the military, right? Everybody who joins, at least when I was a recruiter in the Marine Corps, that was the most requested occupation. I want to be in the infantry. The reason I put it on this list is because it fucking sucks, right? Like, you want to be in the infantry? Great. Do you like sleeping outside in the rain in a sleeping bag? How about standing guard in a foxhole while the foxhole's got 6 inches of water in it because it's pissing rain? Oh, do you like treading through rivers, or trying not to get blown up while you're on foot instead of in a vehicle, or getting shot at, or eating MREs fucking all the damn time? Like, infantry is a great job, and it is a job that you can feel very fulfilled in, be very heroic. It's a lot of great things. It's just, you need to be in the right mindset. You need to understand that the military has a unique ability to take things that should be fun and make them not. So you're like, wow, I get to shoot 10,000 rounds. You're right, and then you get to pick up 10,000 casings. You know, riding a Zodiac boat. Wow, I get to ride this awesome boat out through the break and look like a movie. You're right, we're gonna do it in the Pacific Ocean, so it's cold as shit. Oh, I get to jump off an airplane with my parachute. You're right, but we're gonna do it in the middle of the night. Your NVGs probably won't work. You got a whole bunch of crap tied to you, and oh, your parachute, you can't really tell where you're gonna land. You might hit a tree. My buddy Donnie, like, has a mountain named after him unofficially on one of the bases from where his parachute and his descent went wrong, and he crash landed into this mountain and almost died. So, you know, the infantry is a great spot, but you just got to make sure you understand, like, the idea and the mentality of embrace the suck, because there's going to be some suck. Number 2, and I almost put this as number 1. They're actually pretty close, but mortuary affairs. This is a job that I've never, ever been jealous of. So mortuary affairs are the people who pick up remains. That's it. So when somebody dies, they're the guy on site. So in some cases, this is cool, right? Because, like, let's say a U.S. service member's body gets found in Vietnam or in Korea or Japan, like something from, you know, one of the wars of the past. Mortuary Affairs will go out there with combat camera. They'll document everything. They'll whatever, and they'll bring that service member back to the U.S. So in some regards, it is cool. I just remember these guys and hearing the stories, like, you're in Afghanistan and somebody steps on an IED, and Mortuary Affairs is out there literally picking up pieces of a service member to try to document which service member was which, if multiple died, or, you know, put this person back together so that you could bring them back to the States, right? And I don't know about you, but that sounds like a psychologically stressful job and just kind of depressing, because you're not seeing the good side, you're seeing the bad side continually, right? It's like being an insurance rep, or what's the example? Here's a better example. It's like being an EMT and somebody asking you if they should buy a motorcycle. Well, EMT is always gonna say no, because all they see of motorcycle riders is people who crashed, and it's never pretty. Mortuary Affairs, kind of the same thing, day in, day out, depressing. Now, number 1, and this one's actually just for young officers, so for those of you who go on the enlisted route, you'll be able to dodge this bullet, and for those of you who go on the officer route, from what I recall, you don't really get to choose your job. You get to kind of choose some options with your job, and then you may or may not get it depending on your class ranking, right? So hope you don't get this one. Adjutant. And if you've ever been an adj, you probably just, woo, somebody appreciates me. This is like the most thankless job ever. So the adjutant is the XO's assistant in a unit. And when I say assistant, like, assistant defined as bitch. These guys, I don't think I've ever met an adjutant who leaves the office at a normal time, ever. They don't work normal hours. They travel all the time. They are doing all the paperwork for NJPs and court martials and they can stamp and notarize docs. That is the one nice thing as a real estate guy. If you ever need to sign a real estate contract and have it notarized, just go to your unit's adjutant and they can notarize it for you, which is free and super helpful and much more convenient than trying to hunt down a notary at like FedEx. But being the adj is so undesirable to me. I had this captain, he was a hilarious dude. I loved him out in Hawaii. I think he's a major now. And he was awesome, but man, he was always so stressed and so just run into the ground. I mean, they are worked so hard and it is so thankless. And then they go to their next unit and they do it all over again. Like their entire job is to be that guy at every command they go to. And you can't escape it, and no thanks. And most of the adjutants that I've ever known have done a year and gone, oh shit, nope, never again. So yeah, that's my worst, right? That's the one I would say. Now those are a toss up between adjutant and mortuary affairs, but they're miserable for two totally different reasons. Yeah, those are the 9 worst military MOSs according to a now veteran, as well as the 10th, which is just being Nick the fucking new guy, the boot, the nugget, whatever you want to call them at your unit, which is, back when hazing was allowed, it was probably less fun, although I actually enjoyed hazing because when I got hazed, I felt way closer to the people that I was in that platoon with, but it is what it is. It's probably a lot better now, but it's still just not fun being Nick the new guy. So, it is what it is. Hope you got something out of this. Again, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe if you got some value. And I bring a ton of investing and or real estate and wealth building content and a ton of military educational content. And let me know in the comments what you want more of. And if you got questions that I can answer, let me know and I'll make some content about it. So have a great day.